Hello everyone, I hope your Tuesday's going well. I'm your host, Angelina.
And I'm Erika. Welcome back to another episode of Studio 21. Get some comedian news, information on the new Sonic game release, an interview with Rome Hero Foxes, and find out about a couple restaurants that'll get your mouth watering. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Hello and welcome back once more to another episode of Gossip Guru. I'm Angelina.
And I'm Erika. Our first story is about, guess what? A Saturday saying something weird.
Dave Chappelle went on SNL this week and hit an impressive 15 minutes in his opening monologue.
Well, in that amount of time, something was bound to go wrong.
And it did. Chappelle got onto the topic of Kanye's recent anti-Semitic tweets. At first, it seemed as though he was criticizing the statements, which in theory he was, but more so from a business standpoint and not an ethical one. He started out by making a statement about how he denounces anti-Semitism, but then he ended his statement by adding that Kanye could, quote, buy himself more time by saying that. Not only that, but he also stated that Kanye's problematic statement were okay to think about, but not okay to say.
That's definitely interesting.
Especially since, you may know, Chappelle is infamous for problematic statements of his own. This has led many people online to not only criticize the statements themselves, but also ask what gives him the right to talk about controversy.
Also, does he think that Kanye will see this and decide to change his ways?
I don't know. Maybe he really just wanted to give Kanye a helpful tip. What do you have for us today, Erika?
Nick Cannon recently welcomed his 11th child into his family. Not only was baby number 11 just born, but 12 and 13 are both also on the way. I hope he doesn't discover that they have psychic powers because that could get really messy.
Wait, are they just named numbers?
Oh, no. It's so much better. Here's the list of names. Zen Cannon, Powerful Queen Cannon, Moroccan Scott Cannon, Monroe Cannon, Legendary Love Cannon, Golden Cannon, Xeon Mixolydian Cannon, Zillion Hair Cannon, and Onyx Ice Cold Cannon.
Is that not literally an ensemble music group?
See, that's what I was wondering. Legendary Love Cannon? Like, come on, that is literally a stage name, and a good one at that. Maybe he's trying to make a band, but if he wanted a band, he could have stopped at 4 or 5. He must be going for a whole orchestra of cannons. He just needs a few dozen more.
Okay, so wait, let's back up real quick.
Okay.
So 2 more are on the way. So is that twins or 2 different parents?
Oh, it is indeed 2 different women. Within the 13 kids, there are 6 moms involved, which honestly is a relief because 13 back-to-back pregnancies is something I wouldn't wish on my greatest enemy.
And is this like a quest for him to collect the most children?
Who knows, but he is very adamant that these pregnancies aren't accidental. Here's a direct quote from Cannon. "Trust me, there's a lot of people I could have gotten pregnant that I didn't. The ones that got pregnant are the ones that were supposed to get pregnant." End quote. So, my current theory is that he is a modern-day Dionysus, and his army of cannons will one day rule the whole world. Maybe the fate of the world will be decided through a lip-sync battle? Maybe with Nick Cannon and another random celebrity guest who co-hosted a lip-sync competition with Cannon?
I absolutely cannot believe that you beat me to a reference. I thought we were going to make it through a whole episode without one. But anyways, that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Angelina.
And I'm Erika. Here's our music video of the week, Savior by Anchored.
Savior, your passionless Christ. I'll be the one to give you naughty advice. Hey, pretty baby, why don't you come in? There's always room for angels in my dancing. I'm your Savior. I'm your Savior.
91.7 FM KRTU San Antonio.
All right. Hi, y'all. Thanks so much for joining us. So we've just got a few questions for you today. First, if you'll go ahead and go down the line and introduce yourselves, your name, and what you do in the band.
Let's start down there.
Hello, I'm Emilio. I play bass and drums as well, but I guess mostly bass.
I'm Michael. I play guitar.
My name is Siege, and I sing for Rome Hero Foxes and play guitar and produce sometimes for the band.
Okay, awesome. Nice to meet you all. So the first question is a little icebreaker for you. So if you could describe how you were feeling today with a color, what color would you pick?
Dude, I'm feeling like a neon green, like very obnoxious, but very happy. I'm on a vibe right now.
Go with blue. Not like sad blue, but like light blue.
That's pretty sad.
And it's cold.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I don't know, I'm feeling red.
Whoa.
Yeah, feeling red today.
So then for like y'all's music inspiration, is there a particular artist or band that inspired you all when you were starting out?
Oh, definitely when we were starting out. I feel like in the realm of rock bands, we all shared like a common interest. We all liked Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who else? Who else is a good like staple rock band that we all like loved?
I don't know, man. Staple rock, don't really know, but I know when we were first starting, it was a lot of like Two Door Cinema Club and like Funeral Party.
Yes.
And like Circus Survive and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. So y'all are currently doing a Texas tour, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so how's it going so far?
Ooh. It has been great, honestly. There's a certain dynamic that occurs in the band when we're on tour. And I mean, these guys are like my brothers, so I love being on the road with them. It's very fun. And it's just been cool. We haven't been on tour in 2 years, and just the fact that we can literally disappear off the face of the earth and we come back and play in some small towns and some big towns and people are still showing up feels good.
Right.
Feels fun.
So with that, like coming back, have there been any like struggles, any roadblocks that you weren't really previously experiencing?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're cursed. I think that there have definitely been a lot of challenges. I won't go into specifics, but just to name a few, we lost our entire team of people that we worked with, our manager, our booking agent, many other things right before the pandemic hit. We lost a member of the band in a not great way, not like a death way, but like a removal way that was really hard on us. And also just growing older in the process of dealing with all those things and having to pay for your living has been very difficult, and makes the kind of the responsibilities of the band disappear. Otherwise, we would all probably be homeless or living with our parents still. But yeah.
Okay.
It's all worth it, baby.
On the flip side of that, like, would y'all ever consider doing a national tour or global tour or something like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
The right opportunity.
yeah.
It was the right opportunity.
Right. And how does that make you feel?
No, I think we definitely would tour if it was like like you said, just the right tour, you know, the right time. Yeah, we just after taking this 2 years off, we've just really had to reassess like what it would, you know, take for us to be able to do that again, because we've only done that really like one time, like a proper full U.S. And it was a lot of fun, but it's a tough life. So I think we'd be super excited to do it if the stars aligned, you know. But.
Okay.
Yeah, working jobs. We all have real jobs, and it's hard. But that's why we put this Texas tour together, because we came out of our hibernation and we knew we had to come back, and we had to come back off of social media and be a real band. And I feel like putting together a tour, especially not having an agent anymore, we were like, let's stay within the bounds of Texas. They'll show us a good time, we'll show them a good time, and then we'll reassess from there. But yeah, definitely what they said. If the time is right, you know, like, we'll do it. I guess, yeah.
Okay. And let's say if the times were right and you could tour anywhere in the world,
Oh,
where
baby.
where would y'all want to go?
Dude, obviously international. I want to get the hell out. I think it'd be great to do a Europe tour. We've our last tour before we had the pandemic happen, it was 6.5 weeks. We basically played in, like, I would say 40 out of 50 states almost. Maybe not that extreme. Probably like 30. Let's say a soft 35. We've played everywhere. So I would like to go overseas, honestly. What about you all?
I would go with Europe.
Yeah, Europe would be cool. I feel like if we could make South America work, that would be pretty insane too.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny having the bit of come to Brazil be a thing and then actually having a fan base in Brazil, because we have to respond to that and say, no, we can't come to Brazil. Like, what the, like, that's like literally what, like $2,000 a plane ticket? Yeah. Sorry, Brazilians. We love you though. Thanks for listening to us one day, but just, yeah, we were barely hanging on IRL. So you gotta wait a second.
Okay. So speaking of Rome Hero Foxes, how did you come up with that name?
Okay, this is really easy. So when we started, it was a 5-piece. We had us 3, and then there was 2 other members at the time. One of them being a guy named Matthew Benthal, still a very close friend of ours. We love him. And then our original drummer, Adrian Romero. When we are also a very, very, very close, integral person in all of our lives. So when we were starting the band, I met basically all of them on Facebook. So when we were starting a band, we were just jamming, and then we were like, oh yeah, let's like make a name just to, you know, put something in the mud, you know, just put a label on it. And Matthew's last name is Benthal, and he's like, what if we named it like something like Bent Hall? And I was like, that's literally just your last name. Like, I'm the singer, you know, like, and like everybody else has, like, you know, I was like, that's way too like individualistic of a band name. So I was like, why don't we split it up? Because Michael's last name is Michael Fox, or not Michael Fox. Your last name is Fox. Adrian's last name is Romero. I was like, we should name our band something more inclusive to all of us, like Romero, Rome Hero Fox. It was just kind of like a play on our last names. Adrian Romero, Michael Fox, Rome Hero Foxes.
Nice.
And now we're stuck with it. And we play shows, and people hear us for the first time. They're like, what's your name? And we're like, so do you have a pen and paper? Can I just see your phone? So it's like Rome, like as in the city, like Italy, like R-O-M-E, and then hero, and then foxes. And they're like, oh, cool. So like Romeo Hero Foxes, or Rome Fox Heroes? Cool. And we're like, sure, yeah, I'm sure if you search that on Spotify, you'll figure it out.
Nice. Okay. So then you already talked a little bit about what you mean.
Yeah.
Which you just released the music video for that, right?
Yeah, we did.
So you said that was a lot different and it was kind of a bit, but do you feel like that's brought a lot of attention for you guys?
I think that it played its part in reintroducing us as a band to newer fans and already existing fans. For existing fans, I think it's kept them on their toes, where they're like, what are they doing? Which direction are they going? Like, are they just going to become like a Taylor Swift pop band, or like, what is this? And then newer fans are like, I already listened to this music. This is super accessible. Like, this grooves, this rocks. Heck yeah. You know? Yeah. Any other thoughts? All right.
Okay.
There will be more of that interview to come, but first we'll be giving you some info on a new game and a movie anniversary. So, welcome to Release Date. I'm Daphne Tet.
And I'm Zane Clow.
First is the latest game in the Sonic franchise, Sonic Frontiers, which was released on the PlayStation 4 and 5, the Xbox Series S and X, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, and Steam just last week on November 8th.
In this game, Sonic the Hedgehog must explore the mysterious Starfall Islands and collect the Chaos Emeralds after he and his friends are separated by a wormhole. Players should expect to see familiar characters such as Amy Rose, Tails, Dr. Eggman, and the Big Cat, as well as some new ones.
His name is Big the Cat. It's a secret to no one that the Sonic franchise has had more than a few flops. People have been predicting that this would either make or break the series, and honestly, I think it made it. I mean, to start off, the trailer has Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, which is an indicator that it's starting on a less edgy path, and I feel like the movies have helped with that. Also, the graphics are mind-blowing. Everything looks so crisp and clean. I think I should also mention that people are already using Sonic's new Psy Loop ability to draw stuff. And by stuff, I mean Among Us crewmates. However, I have seen some game footage and all that movement makes me dizzy, so I think I'm going to skip this one. What about you, Zane?
I also probably won't end up playing this, not for any reasons against the game itself. I'm just too busy with the Metal Gear series right now, and I'm tackling God of War after that, so I don't really have the time for it. But the game looks like a relatively good time. I've never been much of a Sonic fan. I've played a bit of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 on the Sega Genesis, but that's it. Despite how divisive this game seemed to be before launch, it appears that people like it now, and now that it's out, I'm sure that, people are enjoying it.
Call me crazy, but this game has made me a bit more optimistic about the Sonic franchise.
For this week's film, we'll be talking about a much older classic that just celebrated its 60th anniversary with a one-day limited theatrical release on November 13th, To Kill a Mockingbird.
This film is based on the extremely important and popular novel of the same name by Harper Lee. The film famously stars Gregory Peck as Atticus Finch, one of the most iconic lawyers in all of fiction. The movie follows a young girl named Scout, her brother Jem, and their father Atticus, as he is assigned to the case of a black man who has been accused, clearly wrongly so, of assaulting a white woman. The story is experienced through Scout and Jem's perspective of the struggles their father endures trying to win the case.
This film, outside of its importance, which should not be understated, is simply incredible. The acting from everyone, even the child actors for Scout and Jem, are great. However, Gregory Peck's performance for Atticus is legendary. He absolutely steals every scene, conveying every ounce of emotion and situational gravity with extreme mastery. Brock Peters, who plays the wrongfully convicted Tom Robinson, consistently delivers heart-wrenching performance after heart-wrenching performance, and it never ceases to amaze. With this film being based on the prolific and amazing book that it is, I probably don't need to tell you how beautiful this story is told. It grapples with themes of racism, bigotry, and hate, but also kindness, compassion, understanding, and the importance of passing these traits on to the next generation. This film is so wonderfully realized and barely shows its age. I was nearly brought to tears by this film, and it is an absolute must-watch. I give it my highest recommendations.
I, like many other people, read To Kill a Mockingbird in high school, and I'm 95% sure this is the movie we saw in class. Now, I don't remember much of it because it was 6 years ago, but I do remember the book, and judging from the trailer, this looks really accurate to the book, which is amazing considering the inconsistency of the accuracy of book-to-screen adaptations. Call me a weeb, but while I was reading this in high school, my mental movie was an anime, and that somehow made it really easy to remember everything. And seeing all those scenes in this trailer just hit me with a wave of nostalgia. I wish I had known about this release because I probably would have come and seen it.
Once again, please go watch this film and read the book while you're at it. The movie is available for purchase and rental on most digital platforms as well as physical copies. That's it for Release Date. I'm Zane Clow.
And I'm Daphne Tet. Thanks for watching. And now please enjoy the rest of the interview with Rome Hero Foxes before hearing this week's local San Antonio finds.
Okay, so just a couple more questions for y'all. So we're here at a vinyl store.
Yeah.
So of course I have to ask a question about that. Do y'all prefer to listen to music on vinyls or streaming?
Yes, if I can afford it, and if I can, if I have a nice record player nearby. But streaming is just so convenient, and it's so easy, and you can just find so much music through like streaming platforms and stuff. So I think vinyl sounds great, and it's fun, especially just going to record stores and kind of finding new music physically. But nowadays it's just like, I don't know, I just don't have the time almost to like do that. Just like look at it on my phone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely say streaming's preferred. Just the convenience. I mean, most of my days spent driving around in a car or wherever, But vinyl is super unique because it's like an experience, like to like sit down and like put on a record. And we kind of live in a world now where it's more like single based. It's not like full records. So it's pretty cool to listen to like a full length all the way through.
For me too, as like an audiophile, like I understand like the I guess the vulnerability of vinyl and like the quality of it, and I know that there's ways out there where you can have like the most insane sound system, you know, like the like vintage speakers, you got like a 2 preamp and like a great like vintage record player, and like I don't have any of that. I used to have, or I still have a record player, and it plays too fast. And the preamp I was using was like an old iHome that doesn't even exist anymore. And I would like, yeah. So since then, I have not listened to vinyl at all. I have friends that are like, have like a whole system, and it's really cool. But yeah, streaming, it's the same as Michael. I drive all the time. We live in Houston, so it's like, wherever we're going, you got to get on that freeway, right? Even if you're trying to go and get some food 5 minutes away, buckle up. That's a 15 to 30 minute drive. So streaming, it's for sure, but I guess when we all get older, we'll all get our own sound systems and cool stuff like that. It's like a luxury now, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. And then, so my last two questions, sorry. One, you can look at the camera here, really speak to the people watching. Is there a piece of advice that has stuck with you, or one that you think would be helpful for someone trying to start in the music industry?
I'd say just, don't be afraid. It's super corny, but just don't be afraid to, be yourself and stick to yourself. And, just record what you think sounds awesome and keep doing that, and not, obviously try and grow and listen to others and everything. But just sticking to yourself, it's so important,
Yeah, I'd kind of say the same thing. Kind of stay true to yourself and get out there and just kind of keep going. I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years now, and,
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
As the leader of the band, I've had a lot of just insane growth and ungrowth, whatever you want to call it. Just a lot of heartache with the band. And now being 25 and being 10 years into this, I would say the best advice I can give to people is do not compare yourself to other people. Don't do it. And don't fall into the trap of taking people's like status quo as like solid. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like especially now where how connected things are, you hear somebody where it's like, oh, well, they worked with this and they worked with that, and then if I work with them, I'll be that. And that's just like, it doesn't lead you to great places. It gets your hopes up. I think that you need to establish a very firm relationship with music in the sense where you're doing it because you love it and you're not trying to prove yourself. You're only trying to express yourself. And I still struggle with that. But yeah, just for anybody who's out there, like, don't rely on other people, and don't wait around on other people just because they're working with people you like. Like, that is honestly, like, they say, like, never meet your idols and stuff, but especially in terms of the industry, it's like once you work with these people and you brush with these people, it's just like, why did I waste so much time trying to cater to these people? Why did I waste so much time trying to, like, make myself a better version for them instead of for myself? Be authentic, but don't be authentic to get somewhere with it. Just do you, be yourself, and have fun. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then for real, last question here. What do your fans have to look forward to from you guys?
Being back in general. We didn't, there was a second we didn't think that was going to happen. Yeah, we're like wholeheartedly independent now. We don't have a manager. We don't have any of that anymore. And we have very busy lives. So I would say expect us to be taking our time, but just know that the band still drives us in our own lives, and we really do try and make the time for it. And there's a new record coming out, and we've been saying that for 4 years, since 2018. And even if it takes 2 more, 3 more, I just want y'all to know that it is very worth the wait. We're working with a lot of different people. We used to literally just like call off of work like for 2 weeks and then just rush to make a record, and you know, we're never happy with it when time goes on, but we're really trying to take time to be ourselves in this record and take our time with it and handle it carefully. As far as tours go, that's a lot harder, but we want to play again and we enjoy playing again. So be on the lookout, I guess, and just be ready. But also be patient, because more than likely it's going to be me handling it. And I'm very slow, and I get overwhelmed very easily. What about you guys?
I'd say mainly just that we are recording and we're staying active.
We are.
And there will be a new release coming, and I think it's by far the best we've done.
Yeah.
So, and we're really making an effort to play again. So a lot of people, I wouldn't say complaining, but we were pretty dormant for a while.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're
like
glad to be back on the road when we can.
Yeah, no, that pretty much covers it. I mean, I just would say that the new record that we're working on is something that we're all extremely proud of, and we've been just working on it a lot for a good while. And we're just hoping to like just keep knocking that out and be able to put some stuff out as soon as we can, and hopefully be able to play it at shows. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
We are Real Hero Foxes. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. For real. Never thought we'd come back.
This week's episode of San Antonio Local Finds. I'm Angelina.
And I'm Erika.
Our first find is Tong's Thai, a local Pan-Asian spot serving Thai Chinese fare, sushi bubble tea. The restaurant is located on Austin Highway in Alamo Heights and features an outside patio seating area as well as a koi pond. There are plenty of food options for varying preferences and dietary restrictions. Most of the dishes with meat can be swapped out for tofu or vegetables. They also have a lot of drink options, including some wonderful boba. The staff are lovely, the food is great, and the restaurant is beautiful, so I see no reason not to go.
I think that sounds wonderful. Sushi, boba, beautiful place, sign me up. But for now, our second find is a fun upcoming festival event. Our second find is a local restaurant that specializes in, guess what? Chamoy, along with raspas and ice cream. The shop is located on West Hildebrand Avenue and is a local small business. It is also the #1 raspa catering truck in South Texas. The shop was also featured in an exhibit of the McName Museum last year. Now, I will say that everything there is good, but their homemade ice cream is especially good. So if you're ever in the mood for a sweet snack, be sure to check out the Chamoy City limits. Angelina, what do you think about this shop?
Personally, I've never been there, but I do love a good raspa, so I'm hoping that I'll have a chance to go check it out once the weather gets a little bit warmer.
That sounds fair. For me, I mean, the cold weather does remind me of ice cream sometimes. And so with me and my roommates being addicted to ice cream as well, this is like a perfect time for me to like get more ice cream. We basically have 4 like big tubs of ice cream in our freezer right now.
And we'll be sure to check it out
absolutely.
once we get a chance. For now, though, that's all the time that we have for this week. Please enjoy your Thanksgiving break.